Hey guys, welcome back to actually a new series. I was actually going to tell you about how I wanted to make series about the line continuity, kind of like the Watchtower database and Megalodon, but my first video was about Sentinel Prime, and when I was researching that video, you know, when I was researching that video, well, guess what? The basic came out with a video about the basis of Sentinel Prime, and so yeah, so yeah, my new first video of Transform theories about the aligned continuity. Here we go. Megatronus. Next, next. Why did Megatronus look the way he did when we? Well, for starters, for you non-Transform fans, you're probably wondering, who is Megatronus? Well, depends on. He goes by two names, Megatronus and the Fallen.
It is the Velociraptor.
He goes by those names. Now depend. Now here's. Now we don't know what. Well, guys, throughout my videos, I'm gonna use TF Wiki. Now, 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 this is the guy. Now, 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 allegedly, we don't know how or why he murdered this guy. But I have a theory about him. About why Megatron is such a bad guy. Is such a bad guy. Here's my theory. Okay, it all started after the fall of Unicron in ancient times. So maybe here's a theory I also had about Megatron, but I want to make it into its own separate video, in the future. So this is where my Optimus Prime name comes from. I'm going to theorize about Transformer Prime. Mainly the line continuity. Maybe once in a while a G1 theory, but most of the time, I do want to make Transformer videos, and I like theorizing. I'm watching map at YouTube. Too. Now, I'm not going to make any videos about the live action movies because another channel covered them. So I'm mainly thinking to G1, maybe the Unicron trilogy, aligned to an extent. But many of my times, my theories are only going to be in the context of the aligned continuity. So anyway, here's my theory. I have an idea. What if Unicron left something of himself on the planet? That would give rise to my theory about Megatron, a theory for another day, like Mappan. And yes, I will pitch my Transformers series, and I just really wanted to make this video. Anyway, here's my theory for both why Megatron turned out to be so evil, as well as where Megatron at his evil side. Here it goes. Unicron must have left some residual energy on the planet, like in the form of Dark Energon. How else would Megatron later on the show know what Dark Energon is? Even though it's just a legend, Darkroom says legend tells it has the power to revive the dead. But how did the legend start? Theory for another day. Again, I'm gonna make more of the Transform theorize, but this is my first one. Okay, here's the idea. What if in the past, like I'm talking like my favorite reference for the past is like the golden age. Like when I'm talking about the past, I'm normally talking about like the pre-war era, the golden age. But for this story, I'm only talking about maybe it was before the golden age that this story happened. Here's the idea: Megatronus found some Unicron's blood, but why would wait? Hold on. I know some of you probably always saying, not pawn. Pawn. How would legend say they have a power to revive the dead if there was no one else on Ibertron at that time? Good question. And I have an answer. What if when Cybertron would what if Primus decided what if this happened directly, like not directly, like maybe a week, maybe even a month after the fall of Unicron? Here's the idea. Here's my theory. Like I've said before, what happened? Let's just say, okay, so Unicron left some dark energy on the planet, enough dark energy to create. But I don't know if I don't know much about Dark Energon, John, so based on what I've seen in Transformer Prime, I'm going off of Transformer Prime and off of the wiki. Anyway, here's my idea. Okay, so Primus started birth in new Transformer. Like 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 uh uh like because we know that Primus birthed the first 13 Prime, the first 13 Primes all at once. So Primus decided to birth new ones. But maybe right around here where megatronus is, and maybe ooh, I have an idea that makes some sense for this theory to make some sense. What if Unicron created the first Terracons? Just think about it. How could Starscream say that legend tells it has the power to revive the dead if Unicron never used Dark Energon? Maybe at some point during Primus and Unicron battle in the far distant future, did I say far distant future? I meant in the far distant past. Okay, so Primus basically okay, so here's the idea. Unicron used Dark Energon to maybe create Terracons as like an army or something, and that all of them are now buried. And now all of them are buried. Like maybe those are what or here's another theory I also have, which I will explain later if I make a dedicated what happened to Shockwave video. Yeah. Anyway, I believe that the Predacons were the first ever Terracons. I believe that the Predacons were the bone. I believe that the Predacons. I believe that during the battle between Unicron and Primus, that Unicron, like the Overlord, and created Predacons to attack Primus. However, now being how the battle been over and Megatron didn't know what he was up to, he said, wonder what this is, and just threw it at something, and then he blocked it. Right around the time, I would like to say that the book, The Covenant of Primus, was being written by the first 13 Primes. I know I'm taking a lot of liberties and a lot of assumptions, but I'm just trying to feel why Megatron was advantage. Like, I want to know. I'm going to make a dedicated Megatron video, maybe sometime. Okay, but anyway, here's the idea. Like I've said before, I say that he found a bit of dark energy lying there, the blood of Unicron. But he didn't know he didn't, so he decided to separate it. He said Primus warned, but then another Prime, Solid Prime, told him not. But being how Primus said not to, and he said, I'm just curious, that's all. And he put the slide. That immediately changed. And yes, I would like to say that he was the very first Decepticon. I like to say that he was the very first Decepticon. Beast Wars. No, Beast Wars second. Where is it? Hold on. Right. But he did look like this from the minute that he was birthed by Primus. He did look like that. But then after grabbing some dark energy, John, he corrupted himself.
It is the velociraptor.
He corrupted himself into the form and resulted in his face, which was the mark of one, like what Megatron, like the reason why is because, guys, the reason why I'm making this video, instead of trying to revive my one is because I needed more evidence before I made this video. So in the recent Transformers movie, Transformers 01, we see that Megatronus, his body face kind of resembles the Decepticon Synia, and that's where my mind got thinking. Okay, what if Megatronus in the line continuity was the very first Decepticon? I mean, that would explain why in Robots in the Skies he was seen wearing the logo one. In case you don't believe me, I can't. Shh. Okay, you see? Look. He has the Decepticon insignia on him right here. And look, well, right now, his face does kind of look like one. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, this. Well, wait, hold on. This is just from one angle, guys. This is just from one angle. Go. He has a visor over him. So, guys, I believe that his visor looks identical to the. I might have to. Guys, look. Even though you can't see it, here. Look. Doesn't that look identical to the Decepticon insignia? So my theory is that. Okay. It relies a lot on my Megatron video, which I will have to make. So I will have to tell you the story why Megatron picked that. But anyway, my main theory is that maybe Primus designed him to fight. Which maybe, here's my idea. Maybe he didn't have that fusion cannon or that stuff before contact. We know that Unicron can upgrade the Decepticons. It's been seen before with Megatron in the same continuity, but decades later. So it's not hard to believe. It's not hard to believe that it might be the case. So how was he vanished? I think God, I believe that Vector Prime vanished Megatronus, and here's an idea I have. But not. This is why he's called the Fallen. to reference the fact that he fell. That some that maybe that maybe that maybe that maybe the reason why he's called the Fallen is because he's a fallen prime. And that Vector Prime sent him into that universe that we see him in at the start of the series. Crazy. I believe that what happened to the which is why he when he did return, that's why the Prime will crush. That's why he battled an unknown Prime. And that's why? Because he didn't know the unknown Prime. He didn't know. I bet that the reason why. I bet he killed Solid Prime with his fusion cannon. And then after maybe they trapped him in some sort of cage. I don't know. No, whatever happened, and he vanished without a trace from this or any other plane of existence until decades later, around 2015, around Earth, he battled against a war prime. Of course, I'm even going to talk about who he battled, but he's also a discussion for another day. Yes, Optimus Prime and Megatron are both theories for another time. But anyway, that's my theory I've had for years, ever since I saw Revenge of the Fallen plus this episode, and I wanted to give. So stay tuned, guys. I might do Transformers and Megalodon theory until later with more show pitches. Until then, not fun. See you later.